I will show you all the finest ending there is.
Making sure things are working. Okay. We're gonna do the red, or start the Red Ash event. Such a change in the music. Let's see if we can find it. Where is it? Red Ash? Is Aaron here? Yeah, Red Ash. Hello. Sorry about that. Okay. I only mean to scare. That's the wrong button. Listen of the bakery. I can't read it out loud. Hums.
Hey, are you listening to those old tunes again?
It do be the
Old
Robertsons.
Show some respect. These rapturous melodies are life itself.
Okay.
Come here.
Come here. Oh, country music.
Red Hood, I can't breathe. Could you turn that down?
What was that I just heard? Surely it couldn't be someone interrupting this fine song I'm listening to.
Oh, whoa. And snuggling up in the Robertsons.
Well, what do you think? It's positively effervescent, right?
I feel like I'm getting older just listening to it.
Ha! What are you on about? Besides,
I mean, it sounds like a good way to go to me.
like a fine wine, and only get better with age. At any rate, what brought you over here to see me? I doubt it was because you missed me. Did you
What if it
come to
was?
borrow my nudie knack?
Or, oh, whoa?
Absolutely not. I'm too young to be looking at stuff like that.
So what you mean is that you'll be super into it later?
It's not that at all. Anyway, the commander is calling for you. He has something to tell all of us.
Right now?
Yes, right
I
now.
think I've got a good idea of what he's going to say. Fine, let's go.
Any chance you could release me from this headlock before you go?
And why would you want to be released?
Headlock? Please, it's just a friendly hug.
Call it what you want, but it's uncomfortable.
Would you prefer a piggyback ride?
Maybe.
It's fine. Let's just go.
Piggyback ride would be nice.
Are you two practicing pro wrestling? You apparently have too much time on your hands.
Yeah, totally wrestling.
What do you think?
That's what we're calling it now.
Oh, are you guys wrestling? Never a dull moment with you two.
That's not what we're doing.
If I may throw in my 2 cents, wrestling isn't a particularly useful martial arts discipline against raptures.
You don't know that. It might be.
Practicing it will be of little value.
We're not wrestling.
Ah, wrestling, eh? That headlock of yours isn't too sturdy, Red Hood. I've got a few videos you could check out for reference if you'd like.
Lilith, Red Hood is bullying me.
No, I'm not. We're practicing pro
You can
wrestling.
totally headlock
That's
a
what Red Hood said.
rapture.
How many times do I have to say that this isn't wrestling?
Poor Snow
Oh
White.
my, you're awfully upset.
Are you
I'm being
sure?
bullied.
No.
So am I to take it that Red Hood is picking on you?
Hey, I would never pick on our precious little Snow White.
I think that's everyone. Have a seat so I can begin the briefing.
Question. Are we allowed to sit in a headlock position?
Up to you. Is that everyone? Scarlet?
And you can spell just as well as I can speak.
Rapunzel?
Here.
Dorothy?
Here.
Lilyweiss?
Here.
All right, I'll begin.
I feel like there was supposed to be someone
Could you all
else,
sit
but I
closer
guess
together?
not.
How come you're all so far apart? We're supposed to be a team.
If you want us to be chummy, then let's have a group meal. I can't remember the last time we all hung out and had some grub. We all ate together just last week.
She passes out whenever she drinks, so it's no wonder she doesn't remember.
Red Hood, please.
I don't know what it is, but lately, whenever I have a few drinks, I don't remember anything.
Is
I
it
thought
just
you
a
were
few?
pretending to black out so you didn't have to pay the bill.
Come on, I'm not that kind of person.
Are we sure?
I heard you got arrested once for dining and dashing.
That's all in the past. I've turned over a new leaf.
Quiet, everyone. I have details about our next mission. Good. Now, to get started. To be honest, I'm not a fan of our squad's name. Goddess Squad. It's like I don't even exist.
Commander, when are we going to commence the briefing?
Very well. Let's begin.
The commander does not like being excluded. The goddess, yeah, the goddess squad +1. That's a good image. Wait, we have an aircraft?
Lovely weather we're having.
Yeah, this is pre-main story. Well, I was just surprised we had a big aircraft. I guess it really doesn't matter who goes in.
I may not be the best, but I can at least crack a few skulls.
It's very big.
All of us in this room know things are looking bleak. 4 years ago, the Raptures invaded. To stand against this naked aggression, the united forces of
Hello,
humanity
naked.
formed. We fought with all our might, but the battle has increasingly leaned in the Raptors' favor. To this day, the situation remains largely unchanged.
However, starting 2 years ago, we have experienced the occasional victory. And these victories are occurring more often now.
You're right about that. Once the Goddess Squad was deployed to the battlefield, we have been able to secure a small foothold and turn the tide of this skirmish. Of that, you can all be proud. The sooner you're proud of yourselves, the better. So you can start now.
Wow, our squad is the best. That includes you, Rapunzel. Okay, I'm proud to be a member of the Goddess Squad.
What's there to be proud of? This was all a foregone conclusion.
There's that snooty Dorothy we all know and love.
Ooh, you must say it's a foregone conclusion, but that's not what most of the general public believes.
Dorothy's told you several times before not to call her snooty.
It would be the 56th time if I issue a warning again, to be precise. At any rate, I prefer not to pat myself on the back in such a self-congratulatory fashion.
So what makes them so much better than everyone else? Also, I accidentally touched my glasses and now I can't see.
Most fleeting. Furthermore, boasting of past achievements is not something I partake in.
A lot of people would kill to have something to be proud of.
Perchance, but not I. I have but one wish. To become stronger, nothing more.
It seems like all the major groups have this idiocy to them.
A sign of one's naivete and inexperience.
That's hardly something you should be saying. You're the one swinging a sword around.
What do you mean?
Hanging around in the backyard playing war with wooden swords is a favorite childhood pastime, is it not?
If thou thinks my blade is a wooden constitution, then allow me to prove how fallacious that notion is.
How
Oh,
about you skip the briefing and head outside to train? At least then we'd have some peace and quiet.
You're all not fighting again, are you?
Hardly.
oh, they're special just
Having
because
some
they were the
playful
first.
banter.
If I may continue. We may have had a commendable winning streak during our tenure on the battlefield, but the same cannot be said of our fellow military units. No matter how well we're performing, we have to look at the situation as a whole. In the grand scheme of things, our contributions don't amount to much. More than anything, we've primarily served to raise morale. We've given people hope, so that they feel free to dream.
Regardless of our own achievements,
We
we're just a
dreamers
small
now.
unit, and our contributions only go so far.
The united forces of humanity on the surface are running out of supplies, and have suffered one loss after another. Raptures have continued to breach the barriers. The power disparity is evident from nearly every angle, be it the number of their forces or the level of their weaponry.
Would a declaration of surrender be a feasible option?
We're unable to communicate with them in any way, so I doubt that would work.
Lily Wise wanting us to surrender.
Waving a white flag?
Of course I didn't bring up such a ludicrous suggestion.
You don't have to be mean about it.
At any rate, a direct confrontation against the Raptures is a lost cause. It's painful to admit, but humanity doesn't stand a chance against these creatures.
So an all-out offensive would be tantamount to suicide.
Correct. Based on our observations of the Rapture's movements thus far, we've been led to believe they operate according to a linear chain of command. All of them appear to only have basic input functions except high-ranking Raptures. In other words,
There's a head.
There is a head.
Don't they all have heads?
Red Hood, please.
That's not what I meant.
I don't get it.
Basically,
A leader of some kind.
precisely.
Ah, so the big cheese.
The big what?
That's what we call the boss or leader in my neck of the woods.
can I
The
continue?
big cheese.
Go right ahead.
Our mission is clear. We need to take out the big cheese. I mean,
Commander, please.
we need to take out the Rapture's leader.
Have you figured out the Queen's whereabouts?
We still don't have a precise location.
How do you know it's a
We have
queen?
to
It could
change
be a
general
king.
whereabouts.
investigated all the previous areas pointed out to us, but weren't able to find any traces of the Queen anywhere. It's enough to make you wonder if the Queen even exists.
No, there's still one place we haven't checked. The most vast expanse of them all.
You
I
don't
mean, yeah, that's true. It is
I
Dorothy.
do. Space.
Space. We love space out here.
Hey, Rabbity! Let's have some fun!
With our space robots.
Wasn't that cool? Just like how I did during practice. I'm hiding! Just a second, teacher.
I should start preparing for the next class.
What is this? Oh, we get the music. Oh, that's a good song. We got to enjoy the music.
Space?
Yes, space.
As in outer space?
He's talking about the lift.
That's right. Amongst all the chaos
The
and
lift.
pandemonium of the initial invasion, they managed to slip it past us. One of the first things those creatures did was destroy the shuttle launch pads in various locations. We initially thought they
And
were
no one
randomly
thought about that?
targeting large-scale facilities. But upon further reflection, we have seen that there was intent behind their attacks.
I mean, it seems kind of
They've
obvious.
amassed an overwhelming number of troops near the lift. It's highly suspect. There's no way around that.
My thoughts doth lead to one conclusion. There's something out there in space.
So, we've got to take the lift up into space?
Correct. The lift
We go
leads
to
a
space.
space station. We suspect that is the lair of the Queen, and the source of all Rapture production.
Will we have any support? There are throngs of Raptures guarding the lift. It'd be impossible for us to break through their ranks alone.
Hey now, where's your confidence?
There's a fine line between confidence and hubris.
So are you saying we can't do it? That we should just cut and run?
Not at all.
I
He's
think
saying
that's
you
enough
need help.
suspense for now, Commander. Everyone's clearly on edge.
We're on the cusp of being able to mass-produce NIKKEs. Last year, around 200 were manufactured, and not a single one had any defects. Around half of those will be joining us.
That's it? What about air support?
None. Stormbringer brought our air supremacy to a crashing halt.
Can't we just lob a few cruise missiles at them?
Have you forgotten what happened when we last fired an ICBM? A new breed of raptor we hadn't seen before swallowed it whole and converted it into an energy blast which it redirected back at us. Everything within a 20-kilometer radius was completely decimated.
Yeah, but didn't it end up dying immediately afterwards?
I probably got
These are raptors we're talking
reborn.
about. I highly doubt that's the only one of its kind out there.
That too.
So we're incapable of aerial attacks, and missiles are a no-go as well. What's the plan then? Rushing headlong into the fray with our mass-produced buddies behind us?
Pretty much.
I thought there were supposed to be over 200,000 Raptors encircling the lift. Are we just gonna plow our way through them all?
Correct.
What are the odds?
Of coming out victorious?
Extremely low.
Coming out alive?
Hard to say. There are only two options. Either we live or die. So, 50%?
Are the mass-produced NIKKEs really our only support?
Not necessarily. We might have a secret weapon at our disposal.
Oh, I know what the secret weapon is.
All I can tell you is that we will win.
I can tell you that the secret weapon does
Well,
not
you
help.
seem confident enough. I say let's go for it.
worst comes to worst, it'll be one hell of a way for me to go out. What? Oh, right. The newbie swordsman doesn't know, does she? Just a moment.
Oh.
Oh,
Bet that's the first time you've seen it for yourself, huh?
What is
It's not
that?
just the eyes. When I'm in a real tight spot, my voice changes too.
but does that mean...
Yeah. I've been corrupted.
No. Why is she corrupted? That's not fair.
It's time I bring this class to a close.
I'm hiding! Like this!
Yeah, it was brought up real easily and no one seems to be concerned about it. Wait. Time out. Wasn't it Red Shoes that created the corruption?
One more victory for Bolt and me!
If she created the corruption, how did Red... Oh, she was working on it for a while? Okay. But how did she still get to Red Hood? I mean, she was close to Rapunzel. So something like that could have happened. She went through versions and Cindy was the fancy Rapture version. Oh. See, I thought that Cindy was like the first to be corrupted. Okay, I guess that makes sense.
Some hearsay hath reached mine ears. Any NIKKE who is struck by a particular rapture tentacle proceeds to undergo a particular
tentacles.
affliction known as corruption. They become deranged and attack all with reckless abandon, including their own allies.
Yep.
I surmised 'twas but a fool's tale or nonsensical wagging of tongues, but
How's it feel to know the legends are true?
that I cannot say. Yet judging by your countenance, 'tis not an overly treacherous situation.
But then that brings up the question, if she's corrupted, why did
Apparently,
Rappy
the
end up
symptoms
with like
vary.
part of her inside of her?
There are times when they appear almost instantly, and then the other times they linger for extended periods, like myself.
We've actually just recently received some new information about that.
That may or may not have answers soon. Yeah.
Yes. This so-called corruption phenomenon seems to be evolving. In the beginning, it took time for symptoms to fully manifest, but the latest iteration takes hold almost instantly. We've become aware that the device, dubbed Codename Ultra, which caused this corruption, is from an older generation.
How long does it take until it assumes full control?
VTC is continuing to look into it. They should have an answer for us soon.
How hilarious would it be if there's only a week left?
That wouldn't be funny at all.
I know that. Sometimes you have to pretend that things are okay in order to get by.
But you're not okay by any stretch of the imagination.
I mean, they're not wrong.
Anyway, I'm retiring after this operation. I want to spend the rest of my life kicking back and taking it easy.
Right. I understand.
I don't think that's what's going to happen,
Course of
though.
action, boss. We aren't really charging ahead without any plan, are we?
Tomorrow morning, we will go to Elysian's third NIKKE research lab. We'll be picking someone up, and I expect you all to be nice to her.
Who?
I haven't revealed this to any of you yet, but I have a daughter.
A daughter.
Excuse me?
Allow me to explain. Apparently, the newest iteration of the Grimm's model is complete. It's referred to as Cinderella.
Oh, Cinderella.
Sidearm, glass slippers, is complete as well. She's undergone rigorous simulated and practical testing. We are to meet up with Cinderella and make our way to the lift together.
Does Cinderella's ability have any relation to the operation? Adding another member to the team is far from a bad thing. But isn't it risky adding someone we're unfamiliar with? And on such a pivotal mission, too.
There's no need to be concerned on that front. She's been designed to specialize in blitzkrieg tactics, complete annihilation done in as little time as possible.
Well, she does that for sure.
Airstrike or ICBM. After she has fulfilled her role, she will take her leave.
Is she really that powerful?
Apparently so. The Big Three have pumped more money and resources into the Grimm's models than any other. In your encounters with Raptures, you're nearly undefeated.
I like her eyes.
NIKKE production has largely splintered off into two distinct directions.
Oh?
Mass production types and
Yeah.
specialized models.
Yeah, I knew
Those who are
that.
deemed to be less self-assured are turned into mass-produced models. Those who possess greater self-confidence and can better express their powers are eligible to become specialized models.
And so it comes down to self-confidence.
Manufacturing Grimm's models requires inordinate amounts of money and technology. The original plan was to veer towards increasing mass production, but since you all have done such a bang-up job, the Big Three have decided to shift gears and funnel more money into building
Have
a second
confidence.
generation of Grimm's models, of which Cinderella is the first.
Her strength must be most formidable.
If we're talking about specs alone, she most likely exceeds all of you. Perhaps even me.
Don't say that. No one's stronger than you, Lilith.
Good grief. Do you really like her that much, Snow White?
I know I'm right.
Oh, so Lilith is also a NIKKE. I don't know why I thought she was human.
That's true.
So, according to you, her specifications exceed all of ours.
Yep.
Then it would be advisable to practice some sparring with you all in advance. Since we're on this topic, I have been itching to spar with you all for some time now.
Scarlet, if it's a fight you're looking for, then wouldn't it make sense for you to best me, the leader, first?
I mean,
At
she's
any
not
rate,
wrong.
that concludes the mission briefing. Any questions?
Do I get anything like a corruption allowance? A per diem, perhaps?
Red Hood.
Geez, I'm only kidding around. How come you're all staring at me like that?
Snow White's about to throw hands.
No questions, Commander.
Then we're done. We'll be moving out early in the morning, so everybody get a good night's rest.
I've got to go.
Why don't you go cheer her up?
Wouldn't it be better for you to handle that?
You're her friend. If I go, there's only so much I can do for her.
Ugh, I hate this kind of stuff.
And she hates being
That
friends.
as it may.
Fine, fine.
Imagine hating your friends.
Come on, guys. Turn those frowns upside down. Give me a few minutes and I'll be right back into it.
Reloading.
Wasn't that cool? Just like how I did during practice.
I don't have a frown.
One more victory for Bolt and me.
You need to tell Snow White that. The call returns.
Hey, kid.
A small child.
What's got you so down, huh? You scared?
Red Hood? You shouldn't boast about being corrupted.
It's okay to be scared.
How come?
Don't do that!
Red Hood.
Give me an answer and I'll stop.
You're dying. You may be fine now, but it's going to take your life sooner or later.
Relax, kid. Why would I die? So my eyes and voice are a little funny looking, and I can't recognize my parents anymore. What's the big deal?
And me.
That's dying!
How do you figure? I'm standing right here. I'm alive and kicking.
Losing your memory is another kind of death.
Should I let you in on a little secret?
What is it?
As long as someone remembers you, death is an illusion. Because you live on in other people's hearts.
Well, that's what they taught us in FF14.
A cartoon I saw when I was little. I think it might have had something to do with drills.
With
Would
drill.
you please be serious with me for 1 minute?
Good grief for being so young. You're a real worrywart. Why are you getting so worked up over something that hasn't even happened yet? You never know. I might end up being the first NIKKE to beat this thing.
Oh,
Do I look
Red
on the
Hood,
verge
don't
of
say
death
that.
too?
It's just taking time to fully manifest.
Okay then. How do we know that won't take a few decades? Or
Her arm's
centuries
probably
even?
stuck like that now.
We don't know anything about how this stuff works yet. So cheer up. Nothing bad has happened yet.
Keyword yet.
Okay, fine. I'll try not to worry as much.
Good. Now I'll be able to die in peace.
Don't say things like that!
It's just too much fun getting your goat. Wanna listen to some music?
Or
It's
Snow
not that
White.
old song again, is it?
It's not old. It's a classic.
That's
And
old.
classics are always the best.
Fine.
I mean, my player feels like that sometimes.
Red Hood,
Yeah?
are you really calling it a day after this operation?
Yep. I'm going back home.
Why can't you just stay here?
I can't.
Why not?
I caught a lucky break becoming a part of this squad. I've experienced enough for several lifetimes. But this isn't the place I should be. I'm just a country bumpkin from a worn down and rowdy village. That's where my roots are. I should go back to my roots. The wolf must... anyway. Yeah,
The wolf
I
must
don't
what?
understand what you're saying.
it doesn't matter. It's better that you don't. Oh, right. This is for you.
What is it?
It may have a bit of wear and tear, but it's a famous brand. The sound quality is out of this world. There's also a hidden compartment here where you can...
I don't want it.
Oh,
Kid,
Why would you give me this? This is your most treasured possession. The only reason you'd be giving me this is if you knew you were about to die.
she might.
I just bought a new one, that's all.
You said yourself.
Yeah, it's
that
Red
classics
Ash.
are always the best. And you're far too thrifty to be giving away something like this.
Aren't you being a little harsh?
I don't want it, and I won't take it.
Oh, poor Snow White.
Darn. She's nothing if not perceptive.
And she knows you're gonna die. We know that she's kinda dead because Rappy ends up with her abilities. But besides that, I don't know anything about what's going on.
We'll be at Elysion's third NIKKE research lab in about an hour. Is everyone prepared?
What's there to prepare? What's so different from us making a typical visit?
If we landed directly by the lab, the raptures would swarm and encircle us. So we'll be landing nearby and going in on foot.
I guess I need to prepare.
Snow White went into the workshop last night, and she's still there. Looks like you had some trouble comforting her.
Yeah. After all, this is my first time dying, so I didn't exactly know how to console her.
I mean,
I
how many
wasn't
times
sure if
do you
I should
plan
be
on
sitting
dying?
around wailing with grief or pensively reflecting on all the good times. I figured neither was the right approach, so I went with giving her a gift. She refused to take it and ran off.
I can see why she refused it. It probably felt like you were giving her a keepsake after your death.
Oh,
What do
she's
you want me to
true.
do?
Did she say anything else?
She kept urging me to stay here and not to return to my hometown.
Is that something you would ever consider?
Lady Lilywise, I've already told you, I don't fit in here. I'm no goddess. I spent my entire life ambling about the streets without any purpose, and nearly got myself killed as a result. Now I've got everyone telling me that I'm special.
I
I
mean,
was turned into a NIKKE and sent here for no apparent reason. You're one of the youngest ace pilots in the history of aerial combat. Rapunzel could have been the next powerful religious leader. Dorothy is the daughter of a reputable politician. Then you've got Snow White and her superhuman knack for developing weapons. I can't even pretend to be on your level. Scarlet is the only one amongst us who I can possibly compare with. Even then, though, now that I think about it, she's a gifted swordsman. A street urchin from the filthy back alleys couldn't possibly hope to compare to all of
I was
you.
actually kind of curious about the others'
Well,
past.
from the way I see it, I don't think there's anyone better suited to be a goddess than you.
I see you're getting better at sarcasm.
If you don't see it that way, then there's nothing I can do to convince you otherwise.
Hey,
But we
noob.
all think that.
Who we heckin'?
Why do you think Snow White keeps begging you to stay here? You're more qualified to stay here than any of us. So I suggest you reconsider. You should be spending as much time with those close to you as possible.
No can do. I've got to go back to my hometown. That's where my story ends.
I mean, shooting big rifle is kind of important.
Back in the day.
If
I
that's what
agree.
you want,
Also, heck
I
the
won't
snow.
stop you. But ask yourself, is going back to your hometown what you really want to do?
What?
I apologize if you hear the cough drop wrapper.
We've reached the drop-off point. Does everyone have parachutes?
Of course.
I'm sorry.
Memorize the coordinates.
Yes, no problem.
All right then.
I do got the
Whoever's ready
cough.
can jump out.
I'll go first. See you all in a bit.
They jump.
I figured she'd go first. She should be able to break through the atmosphere without any additional equipment, right?
I'm not 100% sure, but it should be possible. Prototypes typically are capable of many things.
Hey, kid.
Kid, we are not freeing the bird.
You want to jump together?
Snow White going down.
Fine. Be that way.
Apparently, she's still holding a grudge. Speaking
Grumpy
truthfully,
child.
I have difficulty seeing where both of you are coming from.
Breaking down people's barriers is what you do best. Good luck.
Red Hood! Good grief, you too? Is everyone gonna make a speech before they jump?
Pretty much.
No, I just wanted to say that I'm going with the commander.
Oh, well, be careful out there.
Bury the hatchet. Otherwise, you'll come to regret it.
What are you talking about? We didn't even fight.
Anti-aircraft guns confirmed.
What?
What? They under attack?
What is this? You said there were no raptures nearby.
It's coming from the research lab.
What?
I have hydrated, and my posture is
The
a
Raptors
shrimp.
beat us to it.
Parachute has been compromised. Commencing emergency landing.
Oh no, Snow White.
Snow, do you copy? To hell with this! Out of my way!
You don't even have a parachute.
I don't care!
Wait!
And Snow White, Red Hood. Everyone's dying.
I'm okay. No significant damage to the armor or weapon. I have to contact Lilith. My radio is down. What should I do? Should I head to the lab and join the others? Huh?
What is it? Oh. All the raptures.
I'm surrounded! Preparing for battle!
Poor little Snow White.
It's time I bring this class to a close.
Is there 7 dwarves, the cannon behind her? Or that she carries around?
Time for class to begin. Pay attention in class.
Did you see that, teacher? Wasn't I
Oh.
great?
I was just being smart, Alec, but yeah, okay, if that's actually it. Puff and puff.
They're going down easily enough. I've got ammunition to spare, and 7 dwarves is doing fine. So far, so good. No!
No way.
Not again! Wait, what?
Is this how she loses her arm? Because I noticed that, like, the future Snow White, or our current one, has a different arm.
No, 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 no!
Oh shit, it's Red Hood. I mean, I don't think that's how you use a gun, but sure. And she is the professional, and I'm not.
Come here, kid, and listen closely.
Yes?
Pick up those magazines.
Okay,
Put one of them in your pocket.
done,
Put the other in your weapon.
done!
Now aim it.
You know, it seems a little dangerous to have your hair on your gun like
Are
that.
you back with us?
Yes, thank you.
Good. Now, what do you say we deal with these guys who have?
What if it
given
gets
us such a
stuck on
warm
something?
welcome?
You'd rip your head
Focus
off.
Your firepower and aim where I'm shooting, like we always do.
Can you do that?
Yes.
Good. Now sound us off.
You want me to do it?
You don't often get a chance to, so why not? It'll cheer us up, I'm sure.
Encounter!
All clear. Boss, Lilith, I'm with Snow. How are things on your end?
The lab is completely destroyed.
Oh,
that's
the
left
lab.
are forces.
Make your way here. There's something you two need to see for yourselves.
On the way.
You should be about 20 minutes out. Should we send an escort?
Commander,
On second thought, we've got our hands full over here. You two will have to make it on your own.
Roger that.
Well, the lab is already hacked. Cinderella made sure of that.
Okay.
Awkward silence.
Do you want to listen to some music?
Do you want to attract raptures to us?
Look around you. Do you see any raptures wandering about?
There could
We'd
still
like
be
them
some.
all out. There isn't a single one left. If you ask me, Rapture Slayers would be a more apt name for our squad. So how about it? Should we kick out the jams?
Do whatever you want.
And the jams.
Snow? Do you have anything to say to me?
I could ask you the same thing.
Let's see. You're doing good so far, so keep it up.
You're trying to skirt around the issue again.
Kid? I'm dying.
Yep.
You said you weren't.
Well, I am. I'm going to die. As far as we know, corruption is untreatable.
Who would do that? Go on the internet and lie?
I'm just clueless about what I should do. The end is in sight, but I don't know where to turn. So you tell me what to do. I'll do whatever you want.
I only want one thing. I want you to live the way you always have, with us. I want you to be together
sad
with us
small
until the
white.
last moment. Don't leave us. That's all I ask.
Fine. I suppose I can do that. Since you're the one asking, I'll do my best to accommodate you. You're not upset with me, are you?
Yes.
No.
Then how come you're pouting, huh?
Ow, that hurts! Ah. I said stop!
No stop. We must cuddle in the bosoms. And we do in fact be bullying Small White.
Let me give everyone a sit rep. This lab has been besieged by over 200 raptures.
Yep.
We've confirmed that there are at least 4 Ultra units among them.
The ones who are calling the shots.
The big
This
cheese.
means, in addition to the sheer size of the attacking force, there were high-class raptors amongst their ranks. This was all meticulously planned from the beginning. They had all their ducks in a row before they attacked.
are we to presume they came for the Grimm's model?
Yes.
That would be safe to assume, yes. The facility is in ruins. Both the human employees and the NIKKEs inside were slaughtered before they knew what was happening. That includes the 2 Grimm's models that were currently in production. They're damaged beyond repair.
I
The damage
mean,
is so extensive that it almost feels as if it was done with intent.
they were kind of repaired.
Cinderella is also missing, including her specialized sidearm glass slippers.
So she wasn't destroyed along with the rest?
We can't say if she's been terminated or whether she's wandering around somewhere. Also,
It might be best to simply show them.
Yes.
And to
You
show
all
them.
need to understand the gravity of the situation. Follow me.
What are we being showed?
What
Oh.
is it?
Whatever it is, it's enough to make one's blood run cold.
My god.
Did they implant a NIKKE with rapture?
Oh, they found Red Shoe's lab.
They've been fused together. Is she still alive? No, she's dead. No signs of trauma. She must have died of shock.
Oh, poor
The only
thing.
thing is,
Sorry, I was dying from a cough.
it's still alive. Only the rapture portions, to be precise. That means... Yes, we're not sure as to how or when, but at some point, experiments were carried out where a rapture and a NIKKE were fused together. I believe the shock brought along by the fusion process is what killed the NIKKE.
The poor
I think
NIKKE.
It's safe to say that this process was initiated by the rapture side.
The Raptures are up to no good.
If you only
First
knew.
the corruption phenomenon, and now this.
I'll report this to VTC.
I'll also notify my superior.
Are we going to leave it like this?
Yes. It's noteworthy that the Rapture portion is still alive and operational. It will help with the research. We'll stay here and safeguard it until the higher-ups come to retrieve it.
And after that? We were going to join up with Cinderella and go to the lift. But now she's missing. Are we going to look for her, or should we all head to the lift?
I was planning on discussing that with Lilith. I will advise you in the morning.
Okay, understood.
It's strange.
What is?
The recent behavior of raptures. Strange.
You feel that way too?
They're strange.
Yes. First the corruption. Now this ungodly fusion process.
Brought
As
upon by
far
your
as I can
friend.
see, there's no reason why a rapture would want or need to do something like this.
If we're being brutally honest, the raptures are superior beings. They can afford not to change anything. Simply focus on attacking us and soon they'll enjoy an easy victory.
So why would they bother with all this?
And that's a good question. Why
Tell me
are
what
they
you're
bothering?
thinking, Rapunzel.
They're playing with us. It's like a cat toying with a mouse.
Agreed.
In their eyes, we're not even worthy of their full attention. In matters of war, such hubris usually leads to one's downfall.
Well, I say let's be the ones to initiate that downfall. Kid, why do you keep fidgeting over there?
Oh, this? To prepare for us being isolated like before, I made some simulations to pass the time.
Oh?
Like a video game? You made an entire game that quickly? Let me play one round.
It's a simulation, not a game.
Same thing,
Any chance you
basically.
could put some of my music in as background music?
I don't think that genre would really gel with this.
Haha! You see? You said genre, so it's totally a game. Come on, don't be like that. Just let me play for a little bit. Ugh.
Oh.
Ugh. My
Oh no.
head.
Red Hood.
Are you okay?
Lay her down.
It's okay. Every once in a while, you get a rough spell like this. Kid, over here and
Don't.
help me.
Don't trust her.
I left something outside.
That ungrateful.
Don't talk and just lie down. I'll bring her back.
No, I shall fetch her. You two tend to Red Hood.
Okay.
Hey, swordsman. Don't be too harsh on her. She's still young. If you
We're
harm
about
a
to lose
hair on
her.
head, I'll kill you.
Noted.
We're gonna lose
This is an
Red Hood
educational
forever.
experience as well.
A wee bit tired. It appears she might be more than a wee bit tired.
I should start preparing for the next class.
And she has a lot of cannons. But I agree, more cannons is always the answer. I probably also need some more vitamin C too, but
Have to do some quick maintenance. I should start preparing for the next class.
the vitamin C makes it so you can lift the cannons. The conference room.
Search for Cinderella. I hate to admit it, but the odds are stacked against us without her.
But what are the chances that she's even alive? How are we going to find out where she went?
We may not know how to go about it, or how long it will take. But we've got to figure it out somehow.
Lilith.
Currently, the odds are also
you
stacked
do know
against
that
you
we don't
with
have
her.
much time, right?
You mean Red Hood doesn't?
No, she doesn't.
It sounds to me like we're signing our own death warrants, all for the sake of giving Red Hood a supposedly fitting end.
You may think that, but I believe we're going to win.
Well,
Ask me, you're
Lily
an
Wise
idealist.
doesn't trust her anymore.
I've just gotten orders from the top brass. They want us to dispose of Red Hood.
They're
Oh.
nothing if not decisive in times like these.
Corruption is something they still know very little about. For them, Red Hood is a walking liability. She's one of the goddesses as well. If it comes to light that one of the renowned goddesses of victory has been tainted in any way, public morale will take a nosedive.
So they want us to get rid of her, but to give her a warrior's death while we're at it.
Precisely.
That's horrible.
Oh, especially when Cinderella comes out. They would definitely wouldn't
sure.
trust her.
What would constitute a fitting end for her? Or us?
Commander, do you remember the first time we met?
You said I was a mercenary who would do anything for money.
I didn't use those exact words. It's just that at the time you were a little
Rough around the
around the edges.
Yep. That's what I was gonna say.
More refined now, is that it?
You've paid no heed to commands from your superiors, and instead done what you felt was right in order to get the job done. It's thanks to you that we were able to come as far as we have. We all trust you, Commander. So do what you want to do. In a situation
Do we
like
trust
this,
him,
an
though?
order from your superior officer means nothing.
That's true.
No matter which path you choose, none of us will challenge you.
Well, can I shed a few tears at this point?
I'm afraid that would not be advisable.
Oh, we're gonna cry.
Excuse me.
Oh, hey, Scarlet.
Why perchance did you flee with such haste?
Like
Who
tears.
said I ran away? I I just went outside to get something.
Very well.
What fairy
Then let
tale
my
is
eyes
Scarlet
look
from?
upon what you came to
Because I don't
retrieve.
know.
I shall ask once more. Why did you flee?
When it's Red Hood's final, I don't want to be there.
Oh.
If there comes a time when she needs to be put out of her misery, I don't think I could handle it. I
Poor
shudder to
Small
even think
White.
about it.
Why then did thou discourage her from returning home, and with such fervor?
I just wanted her to spend as much time with us before the end.
Thou art most selfish. You
Wow.
wish to witness Red Hood's last days, yet do not wish to be caught in the midst. Who is Red
Scarlet
Hood
is
to
from
you?
the Scarlet Flower.
A playmate and nothing more?
I'll have to look into that
If
more.
she was truly someone you treasure, then even if her final moments are brutal and unforgiving, you would wish to remain by her side.
Which is a
always.
Russian adaptation of Beauty and the Beast.
Now, go inside. Go to Red Hood.
I will. Thank you, Scarlet.
Heavens above. I goad others to follow this advice when I would have a devil of a time following it myself.
Hypocrite. Not actually paying attention. What you remember, her name was originally Gurren. That can be Crimson / Lotus. Okay. I was just curious to what fairy tale she was from. You're not gonna kill all the small ones first, are you? Yeah. Why won't it die? Why is it not taking damage?
One more victory for Bolt and me. How is she doing?
It's possible.
She's stable, although she hasn't regained full mobility just yet. She can talk, though.
Rapunzel, let's go out for a moment.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Come here.
I thought you left something behind. Did you
They
find
do be
it?
friends.
Yes, I found it.
Good. Then you can rest easy.
Red Hood,
Do you want to listen to some music?
Yes.
Aww. They're coming to understand.
You can lie down if you'd like, Red Hood.
I'm fine. No need to coddle me.
Now then, I'll explain our next course of action. We're calling off any potential search for Cinderella.
Oh?
We will head to the lift with our current crew.
Good.
Okay.
Understood.
I shall wield my sword with aplomb.
But we all know
The
what
operation will
happens.
be carried out immediately after this amalgamation is handed over to the superiors. We should be setting out tomorrow morning. Our mission is simple. After getting as close as possible via air, we'll descend, break through the Rapture line of defense, and proceed to the lift.
I don't think it's
After that,
truly that simple.
Take the lift up to the station. Once there, we kill the queen.
You call that simple?
Doesn't sound
That's
so
what I
simple to
said.
me.
It's not simple.
Doesn't it seem like we're going back to the old days?
Exactly.
From here on out, everyone is responsible for their own maintenance. That is all.
Rapunzel?
What is it, Red Hood? Are you not feeling well?
That's not it. I just wanted to give you a gift.
A gift?
Now I see why Snow White was reluctant to receive a gift. It all feels so sudden.
Don't tell me you're gonna start crying and running off as well.
No, I'm used to it by now. I'll gladly accept any gift you choose to give me.
She gives her the dirty magazines. I was joking, but...
No, it's just... This is an unexpected gift. The title is rather interesting. Blinding Passion Volume 1.
Red Hood, it's all your fault.
Something like a cassette tape.
I figured I ought to give you something that could be useful.
Yeah, totally useful.
Thanks.
Why don't you take a look? It's about humans and their lives.
Humans in their lives.
Before, is it?
Of course not. Just look at the cover. It's totally normal.
Very well. I'll trust you. Wait a...
Oh, Rapunzel.
Ow! Watch the face! What was that for?
This is a dirty mag! My eyes! My eyes!
Oh, whoa.
Told you it was anthropological in nature. Pretty interesting, eh?
You didn't say that.
Interesting at all!
You didn't say that at all.
Take your eyes off it then.
It's just... It's my first time seeing this kind of stuff.
I know. That's why I gave it to you.
You're trying to correct me!
Oh,
Well-
relax. Don't get your knickers in a twist.
Well, she did a very good job.
Living your entire life with safety wheels on. You were destined to become the next female religious leader from the day you were born. So you've been living your life based on other people's expectations. Becoming a NIKKE wasn't your choice either? Am I right? So how about pivoting and steering yourself in your own direction?
That doesn't mean I'm interested in stuff like this.
I mean, you sure
Say
are
that,
nowadays.
but you seem awfully intrigued whenever the topic crops up.
What makes you so sure about that?
I'm amazed that you thought people wouldn't realize. Anyway, it might not be my business, but I just thought it was a little sad, that's all. You are bound by your duty.
I'm sad not to see the lewds.
As for me, I've always lived my life exactly how I wanted to.
Red Hood, I've wavered for a while now on whether I should say this or not, but
What is it?
when I look at you now, it feels to me like you can't wait to die.
Oh,
What?
I can feel that you're trying to tie up everything in a pretty bow so that you can die without any regrets.
and she might
You're
be.
like a battle-hardened and weary soldier, sitting around waiting for death to claim you.
You're not totally off base.
Listen, the Red Hood I know would never give up. No matter who the adversary is, or how tough a mission lies ahead. You'd face it head-on with grit and mettle. You were never someone who'd resign themselves to defeat.
In case you've forgotten, I'm dying. I don't have much time left. What other option do I have? All I can do is leave things in a better state for all of you.
You should fight it, like you always have.
I
What do
mean,
you want me to do? No case of corruption has ever been reversed.
This is still a relatively new illness. I, along with VTC, have been working day and night to find a cure. So please, I beg of you, don't let go.
well, thanks for stopping by, Nato Kato.
Unfinished. I will do everything in my power to make you better.
Okay. I'll believe you.
Something tells me that, she couldn't hold up to that.
This is an educational experience as well.
It's an educational experience.
Time for class to begin.
Final countdown, she's dying.
I made some improvements to your staff. The trajectory of the beam won't warp or bend in high humidity. Although I should stress that doesn't mean there won't be any deviations at all. Rapunzel?
Huh?
Rapunzel's thinking about the lewds.
Are you listening to me?
Oh, yeah, sure, I heard you. Thanks. What were you reading just now? It's, just some study material.
Oh.
What are you studying? I'd rather not say.
Already lost her for good.
Armor so that it's thinner around the waist, so that her center of balance is centered more on her legs. That'll open up her back a bit more, and the extra weight on her legs will only serve to make them stronger.
I still proclaim that thou wasted time on this. I can do my part perfectly well without such revisions.
Fine then. Return the armor and we'll put it back the way it was.
I scarcely believe such extreme measures are necessary.
You could at least say
As for
thank you.
Dorothy, I made some modifications to your outfit so that it won't get dirty as easily.
Yes, the most important.
Dorothy, my curiosity has been piqued for some time. Why do you place so much emphasis on your posture during a fight?
It's
You
true.
obsess
It's very
over strategy
important.
when it's something that could be easily solved by using your own body.
Fighting using your own body seems so barbaric to me.
Excuse me?
Oh, sorry. What I meant was that I don't think it's very smart.
Come again.
You're just digging yourself into a hole, Dorothy.
Can I talk to you for a minute, Dorothy?
Save it for the operation. Snow White, continue.
I'd rather talk now.
Anyway, I didn't make any modifications to Lilith's armor or weaponry, as I can't make heads or tails of her tech in the first place.
Thanks anyway. It's the thought that counts.
As for Red Hood, the wiring of your weapon was in a shambles, so I cleaned it up. There was a lot of gunk built up in the muzzle, and for some reason
Oh, it's a
I
wolf.
can't possibly fathom, there was spaghetti crammed into the magazine. I
What?
can scarcely believe it myself, but there were even a few mushrooms growing on the butt of the rifle.
You're kidding.
Do you want to see?
How do you get spaghetti in the magazine?
Anyway, once I gave it a thorough cleaning, there were no lasting issues. It's clearly been built to last.
You could have just said that to begin with. We didn't need that whole preamble.
Yeah, we did.
As for you, Commander, perhaps I could give you a throat lozenge?
A throat lodgings?
Why would I need that?
I need one.
Well, there's really not much else you do other than scream orders.
That's rude.
Personally attacked.
That
I
concludes our
mean,
battle
true,
preparation.
but rude.
Our ammo is more than sufficient and everyone appears to be in optimal condition. All that's left is to head into the fray. In that case, let's go.
We've still got a few moments to spare. Dorothy? Scarlet? Any chance I could talk to you two?
Oh, do you want to act as a referee when I instruct Dorothy?
Oh?
I'm going to show her the joy of using one's body in combat.
Oh, whoa?
Do you realize how insane you sound right now?
No, I,
You're okay, Rapunzel.
She picks up certain things a bit too quickly. I just have something I want to say to you both in private.
I don't want to impose, but could I come and watch as well?
Rapunzel.
No.
Please, get it under control.
As I mentioned before, this will probably be my last operation. So, I wanted to leave you all with a small memento. Unfortunately, I don't know what you guys would like. So, if there's anything you need, now's the time to tell me.
That's the reason why you gathered us together?
Yep.
Dorothy,
I didn't peg you for someone so sentimental.
be nice to the dying lady.
Sentimental.
I don't need anything, and I refuse to say farewell. I'm not saying it now, and I won't say it later. This isn't your style. Besides,
Everyone keeps on saying
I
that.
don't know whether the corruption will manifest itself or not.
You are most optimistic.
Think what you want. I'm going to do some maintenance.
What about you, swordsman? Anything you want?
Nay.
I see.
Did you work things out with Snow White?
Yep. Everything's patched up. When the time comes, though, I think she'll be disappointed in me.
You're not...
It's a secret between me and her.
Very well. I can understand where you're coming from.
I appreciate that.
You've taken on a lot.
I'll leave it to you from now
What
on.
are we, horses now?
Hey, Rabbity! Let's have some fun! Just a second, teacher. Just like how I did during practice.
Time for class to pay attention in class.
Give me a few minutes and I'll be right back in there. We won!
Well, give me a sec. I just want to see how many are left in this section.
Mass-produced NIKKEs, charge!
Okay, or not.
Initiate long-range airstrike support.
Hold altitude. Maintain speed. We'll go in as far as we can.
We've been detected by the Raptures. We're being targeted by their anti-aircraft guns.
Transitioning to autopilot. We'll attack in 1 minute. We'll meet at the nearest rendezvous point J. Once we've all joined up, we're going to make a mad rush for the lift. We're against the clock here. We need to
Don't
launch
think
a
it's gonna
surprise
work,
attack
buddy.
Before the Raptors have time to react. Don't use your parachutes. Use the reverse injection device instead. I only have one command for you. Wipe them all out.
Red Hood!
Okay, let's do this. Wow, they're everywhere. Let's start with the 3 o'clock direction.
She do got some jiggle.
Wolfsbane ready. 7 dwarves ready. Let's obliterate these fools.
Doesn't Cinderella show up at some point? And they're gonna be falling forever.
Back one more time. Yes. Good. Again. The ground is getting awfully close. Just when it was getting good. Fine. Reverse injection device activated.
Yeah, the really heavy ones fall very slowly.
How do you like them apples?
A garish and overdone entrance, if I say so myself.
I second that statement.
Look, we took them all out. I wish you actually got to see the battle.
We've encountered the beam soldier model.
We're too deep behind enemy lines.
Can you not disrupt the beam with your sword?
Yeah, I know the budget, but it would still be nice.
Or else you're toast.
Scarlet, will your sword work against this thing?
As if thou had to ask. I shall show thee what it means to render heaven and earth asunder.
It do be weird that she has a sword for a weapon, when everyone else has guns.
I still have room for improvement. I should have slain this vermin with greater haste.
Point clear. Proceeding in the 2 o'clock direction.
What? That area's swarming with raptures!
Wouldn't it be advisable to take a detour?
There's no time. Lilith has
I mean,
already
it
gone
just
in that
seems a
direction.
little weird. Everyone else has guns. Why does she have a sword?
Let's move!
Yeah, I saw that. It's just her slashing it really fast. That was Lily-wise. Like, they say she's an extra special NIKKE. What's her deal?
Shall we go?
I have met my match. Victory is not assured.
Is she like the original NIKKE? But then again, Snow White also says she had technology that she doesn't understand. And she was the first. I mean, they said she was Lilith. And so that kind of what gave it away to me. Oh no, we're losing her. Oh, it did say she was the first? Look. You mess over important information all the time, too.
No need to fear. Litter is here. Give me a few minutes and I'll be right back into it.
I know. I don't think I'm gonna be able to do stage 2 tonight. My throat is starting to hurt really bad.
Great time together.
So we might have to do stage 2 tomorrow. I can already tell something really bad. She's gonna get corrupted during this, and then she's gonna have to be killed, and
1 kilometer until the lift. Is everyone okay?
look, it's not my choice of dying.
All good.
There are presumably elite units guarding the entrance. And there might be an enemy threat inside the lift as well. But that
Yep.
shouldn't pose a problem. You are all strong. Isn't that right, Commander?
Right. Super strong.
The commander out here
Can't you try
dying.
to be a bit more composed?
Give me a break. I'm human.
Well, he's not
You
wrong.
Just run 3 kilometers without stopping.
Uh-oh.
Oh, there's someone else
See that
coming.
big boy in front of us?
Say that again?
Ultra.
Everyone be wary of its tentacles. Get Red Hood, maintain your position.
Red Hood, please
Sorry,
don't be
but
so...
There's no time for that.
Everyone, file in after Red Hood. We're going up against Ultra. Once we take it down, the lift will be right in front of us.
Let's go! Encounter!
Oh, it's gonna end up bad. This is gonna end very bad. I mean, but the others aren't corrupted. She's endangering them. Also, what the fuck? Good music, though.
Time for class to begin.
Ultra Zeus. And he's dead.
I should start preparing for the next class.
Enemy down.
If it hadn't snuck up on us, that thing wouldn't have been a challenge at all.
Let's get in the lift.
You don't have to tell me twice.
Already knows what happens in the
Enemy
lift.
Units inside. Everyone be on your guard. Is everything all right with the spacesuit, Commander?
All good. I've always wanted to wear one of these. I couldn't sleep last night. I was so excited.
Commander, please.
Well then, let's go.
Ouch! Dang! That's bright! Looks like the sun came out to welcome us.
How cliched can you get?
Check out the sky, Snow. Isn't it beautiful?
It ain't the sun.
What's wrong?
It's
Everyone,
beautiful.
look over there. Do you know what that is?
It's not the sun. It's Cinderella.
Is it me? Or does that look like a human?
Perhaps it's a new type of decoy? I thought they'd given up the notion of air superiority, but they might have changed their minds.
Oh, you poor
It is a
naive little
most
people.
Peculiar shape for a decoy.
It just moved. Something's coming out of it. Is it splitting apart? It looks like a giant wet...
Rapunzel.
Rapunzel, are you okay?
It's all my fault for corrupting her.
Let me see. Does anyone have binoculars?
Why don't you just use the zoom function on your phone?
Good call. Snow White, always coming in clutch with the tech tips.
I mean,
I
she's
thought
not
this was
wrong.
common knowledge.
I don't think that's a decoy.
It's Cinderella.
It's Cinderella.
What?
The face is exactly the same as the one I received in the dossier. I can see the glass slippers as well. But her eyes...
She's corrupted.
Everyone, take cover!
Get ready to counterattack.
Cinderella, don't do it.
What the hell are these things? Are all of them beams?
There's no way we can evade them.
cancel! On it!
She's firing another volley.
What? Again? I'll try to block it.
And Cinderella has no cool.
Got it. She's mine.
It deflected it?
The perfect being.
Oh. Red Hood! We've got more beams incoming.
I mean, they said she was stronger than you.
There's no way she's controlling that many beams by herself.
I'm low on power. I can't create any more distortion rings.
I shall sever her in two.
Don't be insane. Just hold on tight. Commander, cover your mouth and nose.
So fast!
I can't breathe. Deal with it. This is our only chance of escaping.
How is she carrying everyone?
We can't win.
My ass, we can't. I'll...
If you're so intent on dying, at least wait until we've defeated this thing.
Time is one thing I don't have a lot of.
Yep. Now we know that they get stronger.
Oh. Where's Lilith?
Angies.
She pushed herself to the limit and had to undergo maintenance. She'll be immobile for some time.
Okay.
So what happens next?
Mankind will escape underground. The world will fall into the hands of raptures.
And humans will die out.
Yep.
Not necessarily. From what I hear, the living conditions in the Ark are actually quite ideal. The only downside is its limitations with regard to size.
What do we do now?
We help with the move.
And after that?
Most likely reside in the Ark and prepare for retaliation.
I see.
Alright. I'm calling it.
What?
I'm at my limit. I doubt I have many days left. Today may well be my last.
Oh.
What are you talking about? You said you'd stay with us until the end.
Sorry, kid. I lied.
She lied. Don't do
I'll
that.
die in my hometown. That was something I decided a long time ago. At first, I wanted to die on the battlefield, fighting alongside you all. But we managed to make it out alive. So I'm going.
You can't go. I won't let you.
Snow?
A stubborn little child.
Listen to me carefully. The wolf must die under the well. Everyone has a predestined final resting place. I'm not destined to die here.
Don't lie. I know you want to stay here with us. You like this place. You were willing to die alongside us.
That doesn't mean anything.
Fine. You got me. No more beating around the bush. This thing we call corruption, it won't kill me. Not directly, at least. It will only end when someone else puts me out of my misery. If I stay here, the corruption will slowly take over me. And
then you'll be forced to make a terrible choice. When the time comes, will you be able to go through with it? Promise that you'll shoot me.
Yes, I'll do it!
But will you be able to do it without crying?
She won't be able to do it.
You're all far too nice for that. The last thing I'll ever see is all of you bawling your eyes out. What kind of final image is that to go out on? I'd never want that. So I'm leaving. I'll go away and die quietly.
Okay.
Commander!
If that is your decision, I won't stop you. You've earned the right to choose for yourself.
I still want to know how she ends up in Rappy.
Dorothy, if you would, please restrain Snow White.
Hey, let me go! Let go!
Be good, kid.
Aww.
It's been fun.
Red Hood, don't go! Stay here with me, please! I'll pull the trigger when I have to. I promise!
But you won't be able to.
Just please, don't go! Are you really going?
Aww.
Are you really?
They got some really good voice actors.
Go then! Go and die alone! I won't shed a single tear for you! Daddy! Liar! I hate you! Red Hood!
Aww.
Don't go! Don't leave me!
And they do like their cliffhangers. And now we know why she has attachment issues. Okay. I am gonna have to end it here. But we will be back for the second part tomorrow. And so thanks for chatting and hanging out with me. Well, I get my depression from my anime girls. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.